This is how to automatically update records on Airtable. Let me give you a quick tour of what I have going on here, just so you can have some context and apply it to your own Airtable. Right here I have my budget, and what I noticed occurring was these transactions were coming in automatically, and every day I would manually input what category I wanted them to go under so I could have a working budget like you can see here. Now, I thought, okay, what would be a little faster is if I know that when I go to Kroger, it's always going to go under groceries. Can it just automatically be assigned to groceries? Now, normally this problem might be pretty easy, but what made it tricky is that this is a linked record. So this category column, this field, is linked over here, and that's what makes the budget work. So I'm guessing you're having the same problem if you're watching this video. You might be able to build an automation that would type the word groceries, but you need to link it to this record. So I'm going to teach you how to build that automation right now. You're going to go to your Automations tab, as we just did, Create Automation. Then you're going to do When Record is Created. And this will basically, when your record comes in, it will update it. So if you are doing a budget like this, what you can do is resync your transactions, which will only take a couple minutes. You can comment if you're having trouble with that, but you basically move the date to today, then back to wherever you last had it, and that will reload your records so they will be coming in. But for most people, when record is created, will do. Table. This will be the table where the records are coming in or being created. This could be automatically or manually, it won't matter, but for me it's transactions. Then we're going to add advanced logic, conditional logic, and then you're going to say if, and this is where you want to identify what is determining the record being updated. So for my example, if the vendor, or if the place where I bought something from, is equal to or contains Kroger, Albertsons, Ralph's, if it contains a grocery store, then I want the record to update. So whatever is determining your record to be updated, this is what you're going to put here. So I'm going to say if vendor contains Kroger, and you can mess around with this. You can say is, but then it has to be exact. So I like to do contains. I'll show you why when I make this next one. Let's add one more. If vendor contains, now I'm about to do Ralph's, but I don't know if there's an apostrophe or not when it's imported. So I'm just going to do Ralph, and since it says contain, it won't make a difference. But here's where sometimes you'll get tripped up. You can't say and, because then it'll look for Kroger and Ralph's. So this could be helpful if you're looking for a record that contains Kroger and Ralph's, but it doesn't say Kroger and Ralph's. It might say shopping from Kroger plus shopping from Ralph's. Then you can do, you can format it like this, but right now I'm going to say or, so it can be either one separately. Now our conditional logic is built, so we're ready to add the action. We want to update a record, and we're going to select table where you want your record updated. So this is most likely going to be the same table. We're going to go transactions, or at least for me. Then your record ID is always going to be Airtable record ID. Our field, this field is the column that you want updated. So for me, I want my purchase, I want the category updated. I want it to either go into food or groceries or eating out, so I'm going to say category. Then you're going to type. Don't go right here or else it's going to totally mess you up. You have to type the category that you want it to be assigned to. It might seem counterintuitive because you're not selecting a record, but this, if it matches your record, will automatically link it. And there you go. I'm going to pause the video to generate a preview because it'll show my bank info, but this should do it. Give me one sec. Okay, so we just ran the test, and as you can see, it worked. Category, it's now assigned to groceries. You might get an error on some fields below, but you can just ignore that. It won't affect anything. But that's all you gotta do, and I'm gonna show you something. Don't let this scare you away, but for example, my clothes. Um, oh, make sure you switch on the record too. It won't run unless you press this, but you can have a lot of fun with this and make your Airtable very efficient. I just put absolutely everywhere that I might shop, and it updates it with clothes. And I'm looking at this budget not too often because I don't have to update the records ever. So I'm just really looking at it for when I need to know, how much I'm spending. But this can work for lots of purposes, and I hope this video was helpful. Yeah, that's all.